Hey, it's Tom from Inspiration Metalworks, and in this week's video, we're just going to do some announcements, a little bit of updates to the air compressor, and catch up on what's been going on. Alright, so it's been a crazy week. I spent most of this week in airports. I actually was all over the eastern half of the US this week. But on an up note, I got to hang out with Mr. Brian Block. Tell you, I've met him before and spent some time with him before, but I was in Kentucky, maybe a half hour, 45 minutes away from where he lives, and so he was gracious enough to have me over, hang out. We did a little work. If you, he actually has a video of what we did posted, so you can check that out. I'll put a card up. I think it's on that side actually. I'll put a card up, and you guys can check all that out as well. So it was kind of nice. We got to hang out. He gave me the grand tour. I didn't shoot video of everything. Frankly, I had been traveling all week. I had my phone with me, and that was it. So I didn't do a whole bunch of video, but I did do a little behind the scenes of what we were working on. So we got video of Brian making his video. So we'll have that on here as well. As you might see, shop shirts, they are out. So I went ahead and set up a Teespring campaign. It's actually a rolling campaign, so they print every week. I don't know how I feel about it so far. I've had some nice comments. I've had a couple of comments where people have had problems in the past. Not with mine, but in the past. I did it this time around mainly because I needed some new shirts anyways, and I was going to order some shirts, but I thought, you know what? Let's go ahead. I'd had several people ask me about shop shirts, so I will put that campaign up. Hopefully I'll have a link to it here, or I'll put it, it'll be in the description for sure. But the shirts they're actually pretty nice. I'm happy about them. I think they came out all right. As with anything, the Hanes tagless shirts, I wear an extra large. This is an extra large. It fits pretty well. I've got a t-shirt on underneath it as well. So it's a little bit on the snugger side, but it seems to be all right. So I went ahead and did that, and I'll be totally upfront. Any of the funds that are generated from this one is going to help me get to the bash this year. That's an out-of-pocket expense for me, and flying across the country, 4 or 5 days of hotel stay, it's not cheap, but I'll do it one way or the other. I am running the live stream for Stan, and I'm all about it. So but if you guys want a shirt, you want to support the channel, that's where the money's going. Perfectly upfront. Anything I make will go towards the expenses for the summer bash. And if for some reason my proceeds actually exceed what it's going to cost for me to go, I'm going to donate the residuals over to Stan. Up until anything up until the bash that's made from this campaign, it's either going to go towards paying off what it's costing me to go, or I'll donate stuff directly to the bash itself. So I am one of the official sponsors for the bash this year, apparently. Stan put me on the list, so that's where it'll go. So I just want to say thanks ahead of time. There are a few of you who have already actually ordered. I set it up and I started it by mistake. I didn't realize as soon as I was doing it, I just fat fingered it, and all of a sudden I'm like, hey, I've got a live campaign. So yeah, it's out there. But there's a few people who have ordered, and I just want to say thank you. Let's see, what else? On a personal note, we are still in process with some major move and transition stuff. So we actually have a contract on our house, on selling our old house. We've got another property to get sold still, but things are moving forward. It's going well, and hopefully I'll have some fun stuff to show this summer. Don't know yet though, it's still kind of up in the air. The plan is to get a little less house, a little more land, and some dedicated shop space. We're going to build something up nice for that. So that's the plan, at least. I'm happy here. I like this space. I've got a really nice space here, and I'm not in any hurry to try and get out of this. In fact, I'm not going to. Right? I've already decided that Marty and I have such a great working relationship, and it's a symbiotic process from a business standpoint, where he helps me, I help him. We're sending work back and forth to each other. I'm not. This is home, right? But I would like to have some space at the house to do some projects as well. So that's the plan with things. Let's wrap this one up. I've talked an awful lot. There's some video to watch. I'll put that up. I'm going to go ahead and get this in place. And it's Saturday, and I've been on the road all week, so I want to enjoy some time together with my family. So I'm out of here. See you guys later. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. To my patrons, you guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you soon. Okay, so the project for right now is to get this thing to a place where it's not going to keep moving around all over the place. At the old shop, I actually had the compressor bolted to the floor. In here, since this is rented space, we didn't want to do that. The other compressor, which you can kind of see behind it, we just have a couple of 4x4s where it's clamped down. What I'm doing with this one, it typically doesn't vibrate that much, but because the floor is so smooth, it will walk around. In fact, it's about 1.5 feet, 2 feet away from where we typically keep it. So I got on our favorite place, McMaster, and I got part number 60855, K as in kilo, 54. Heavy duty vibration damping leveling mount with stud, half 13 thread, 300 pound maximum load. There's 4 of these. So for you engineering masters, go on out and figure out what's the maximum load it can do across 4 feet. Okay, we're not going to do any statics and dynamics today, even though this is one of those things that Brian and I were talking about the other day, about calculations and stuff. Yeah, so the plan is, so these are the feet, right? It's got a little a nut on here for leveling, and one just to lock it in place, right? Pretty straightforward. Made in Dayton, Ohio, right? So it is, well, made in the USA part. There it is. So we're going to putting these on. The Quincy has 4 feet. The little Rock River, whatever, Home Depot, Lowe's model, it only has 3. So, but yep, 4 feet. We'll get this on, get this in place, and I'll bring you back in a minute. All right, took about 5 minutes. Wasn't anything terrible. Let's see if I can pan down, let you guys see. I don't know how well you can see the feet there. Maybe we can zoom in a little bit. There you can see the feet, right? Along with my little drain that I put in, the angle, make it easier to drain the water out. So, as with any test, let's put power back to it, and we'll let it run and see how it does. That's it, right? Keep running. Pretty smooth. Don't know how long this will take to run or to fill back up. So we slaved the tanks together for extra storage. So I'll turn this off and I'll bring you back in a minute. All right, so just finished. Shut down. I put some Sharpie marks around the feet, so if it does start to walk, we'll be able to see it more clearly. But I think it's running great. It's smoother. It's funny how you can feel the warmth on it. We actually have a refrigerated line dryer, so it goes from here. Actually, the tanks are slaved together, so we got the 2 60-gallon tanks. It goes from there into the line dryer, and from there it goes out to the rest of the shop. So mostly we want clean, dry air here, but we do add oil to it at endpoints. So it keeps
10-horse air compressor, and as you can see, it's pumped up air already. it worked before, and then you plug it up and it doesn't work anymore. And took it apart and you could see where it arced inside, but couldn't really see why. So anyway, let's try it again.